how take it you'll be taking charge of the game this weekend, is that what you've been told?
Yeah, that's always been the case since the start of last week. The search obviously is still continuing for the new manager, but I've always been tasked with this game. Hopefully things will be more clearer sometime the start of next week, but all the preparations have been from myself and the rest of the staff to make sure we're ready for Ross County on Saturday.
Is it good to have had that clarity? You know, it's not you've known that and the players have known that as well.
It has, to be fair, been able to say right from start of the week, this is how we're doing things, this is the way we'll be looking to prepare and organise and to make sure we're ready. I'm sure when the new manager, when he does come in, will have his own ideas, his own thoughts on the game. It might be a rip-up of everything that we've done, which is fine, but the players know what's expected of them come Saturday.
And how have the players been? Obviously the previous game, it's still been maybe 4 or 5 days since the news broke. I know you had to lift them that week. Has that progressed the way they're feeling now? Is it the footballers got on with things as they do?
They do. To be fair, they got on with it that week, but it was still quite raw, and I think having Celtic come to first part that day, it was a big game, so they should be lifted for that game as it was. I can only say from what I've seen of the players since obviously the announcement of Stuart not being here, the players have been terrific. They have been first class in everything that they've done, everything they've asked them to do. They've attacked it. Their attention in training, their detail in training, the way they've worked in training has been excellent. We wish they did a game last week, obviously didn't, but as I say, our whole focus after the Celtic game was 2 weeks later for the Ross County game.
With everything that sort of happened with the manager, but also the 10 or 11 games I think you played between sort of end of December and end of January, I know you wanted to play, but did you feel the group needed that couple of weeks just to recharge, especially with the amount of injuries you've got as well?
Possibly. We've had a lot of injuries throughout the season. There'll be 1 or 2 that will come back into contention for this weekend. The break was nice, but I can certainly say myself, the staff and all the players wish they were playing last week in the Scottish Cup.
When the club released sort of injury news during the week with Jack Frail, are you likely to see him again this season?
Well, I hope so. Jack's out for a period of time. It's been a bit of a nightmare for Jack personally, from him as a player to come back up to a place he really enjoyed being on loan, and it's not really happened because of the injury, but it'll be a period of time before we see Jack again.
Steve said in Aston Oxford, how are they
progressing? Aston's a bit further forward. Aston's he's back on the pitch in terms of doing feet work and stuff with the ball with his feet. No handling yet, but he's progressing well. Stephen's again another one who's working away closely with the physios, and we're trying to get them all back to speed and ready for what will be a big push towards the end of the season.
With Lennon back in full training and how important he was for you in the first half of the season, I mean, I suppose understated to say that's a big boost for you.
It's a huge boost. I think it's been evident how good Lennon has been and how good a player he is, but we don't want to heap too much pressure on him. He's still a young lad. He's coming back from an injury that's kept him out for several weeks, but we do miss his quality. I think that's plain to see, but we've still got other players in there who have the quality, and maybe he could hopefully come in and add to that, and as I say, we can get a positive result on Saturday.
In that specific area, you've had a lot of long-term injuries, Harry Payton, Cam Slattery and Sam Nicholson. Now that they're all at a level where they're getting to full fitness or are fit, I mean, must be again a boost for you if you've probably not had all 4 of them available at that time this season.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to get all your players back, and the quality, the actual boys who can handle the ball in certain areas of the pitch, in tight areas, which we've been asking them to do. Don't want to keep talking about it and tempting fate, because there's been times that we think we've got a clean bill of health and then we lose someone. You know, so it's important that we keep everyone as fit as we possibly can. We need to train with intensity, and that's something we do every day. We can't change the way we train. There's been 1 or 2 wee knocks from that, but as I say, we want to keep all these guys fit, because these are the players that are only hopefully get us the results towards the end of the season.
Just finally for me, I mean, I know it was a similar situation with Stuart came in a couple of years ago, but how difficult or easy is it for players to adjust to a new manager in sort of this time in the season when you're going towards sort of points that are going to decide league positions and sort of potentially a change of style and whatever that?
I'm hoping it's an easy transition for them. As I say, I'm pretty sure the new manager will have his own ideas, his own way of playing, his own preferred formation. The players will just need to adapt and adjust. They're clever enough to do that. They've played at certain clubs in different places, that they've played different shapes and asked to do different jobs within that team. It's not just Motherwell they've played at. So they will adapt, and they'll adapt quickly, and hopefully it is, because we're at the minute we're 6 points off third. I know we're only a few points off like 10th and 11th, but we need to be positive in that, and hopefully getting 3 points on Saturday with the potential of getting close to third place gives the new manager a great start.
Looking ahead to the weekend, how important could the win be at home to lift morale and sort of relieve the pressure off the players?
Aye, well, I think players are under pressure all the time. I'm not sure there's a great deal of morale that we need to lift. As I say, I've seen a group of players since last week who are all fighting, all trying to pull in the same direction. We obviously got a defeat against Celtic. We know that they're playing a top side. There's large aspects of that game that we were happy with. So things like that gives them like a little boost. The morale's been fine. Obviously they were disappointed that Stuart left. It was a shock and it was raw, but the morale has been really good. I've seen that every day in training. A win would be great. You know, it gets us back on that winning train again, and hopefully we can keep that going to the end of the season.
With how tight things are in terms of below you at the moment, how important could the win be as well in terms of just making sure that the gap between yourselves and the chasing pack stays a gap?
Yeah, definitely, because I said it is tight at the bottom of the league, and there's teams that are finding form now. We've been sitting in the top half pretty much all season. These guys are now maybe finding that form that they never had at the start of the season. It's vital that we win. We want to win. We want to be looking at 4th and 5th and 3rd and get high up the league as we can, but we need to keep an eye on what's happening behind us.
Okay, thank you.
Right, guys, thank you. Cheers.